Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. On today's video, I'm going to be doing the exterior of this Ford F-350. The farmer that owns this vehicle lives on gravel, so dust has found its way into every nook and cranny. Unfortunately, this truck was in a small collision that claimed the life of this poor little bird. I'll make sure to give him a proper send-off as I get this vehicle cleaned up. The bed of this truck has been heavily used since it was purchased, and there was an item that was left. Here's a question I have for you. What is this blue paddle-looking device I have, and what is it used for? I think there might be a few of you who watch these videos that'll know the answer. Put your guesses down in the comments, and I'll let you know what it is at the end of the video. This truck bed has been hauled to use some P-rock, so I got the broom out to get it swept out before I rinsed it. Now, before you go nuts on me about scratching up the bed, now this thing is not a showroom vehicle, but a farmer's work truck, and it's already loaded with scratches, so I'm not doing anything to it that already isn't beat up. Now that the bed is clean of debris, I'm focusing my efforts on the mud, dirt, and dust that has caked itself on the tires and wheel wells. With a vehicle this large, the wheel wells themselves are a full-time job to get cleaned out. My pressure washer is able to remove most of the mud, but I'll pull out a long-handled brush in a bit to get them perfectly clean. Focusing on the tires, you can see from this shot just how much gravel dust had attached itself to the barrels. I thought I had gotten them clean, but once I stopped the pressure washer, the dirty water just flowed back out, and I had to start the process again. It took me more than 5 minutes of rinsing before the water flowed clear from the rims. To get these tires perfectly clean, I'm using some Super Clean here that's diluted about 2-to-1 on the rubber of the tires. Then I'm grabbing my foamer with some P&S Brake Buster diluted about 3-to-1. This foaming action allows the chemical to work for longer, and it's also very satisfying to watch the foam trickle down the tires. The first brush I'm using is my stiff bristle tire brush to work the rubber on the tires. You can tell by how dirty that foam gets that these tires have never been properly cleaned. Now I turn my attention to the rims themselves, and I pull out this long-handled barrel brush with bristles that can work the inside of these barrels and fit into that tight area behind the brake caliper. This type of brush is a must-have to get your tires completely clean. Like I said, the wheel wells on this monster truck are huge. I could almost climb right into them. They were coated with mud, so I'm spraying some foamer to loosen everything, then using my long-handled brush to get them looking new again. I'll repeat this process on the front wheel and on the other side as well. There's just something about pressure washing dirty wheels that is so satisfying. Watch the mud in this wheel well just melt away as I hit it with the pressure washer. So satisfying. With the wheels done, I'm turning my attention to the runners and the door jambs. As you can see, these things were completely filthy, but that dust and dirt is no match for my Simpson pressure washer. It's just amazing how white this paint looks after I'm able to rinse off all this dirt and dust that worked its way inside these door jambs. It's almost like it's new again. Now it's time to lay this poor bird to rest. It really got pinned down in behind this front bumper, and I'm having a tough time getting it removed. But finally I'm able to get it out, and I use my pressure washer to rinse away any remnants of that bird. Now the entire vehicle gets a full pre-rinse. This back tailgate really gets the worst of it on gravel roads. The dust works its way up behind the trim, and it takes forever to get it completely removed. And this here's a first for me on the channel. I'm foaming the entire bed of this truck, and then I'm going to give it a good scrubbing with my long-handled brush. As I started working here, I realized, maybe I should just pull out the broom and use the bristles on the broom to agitate this foam and get it clean, because it took me a long time with the small brush to get the entire bed fully scrubbed. The front of this vehicle is absolutely caked in bug guts, so I'm spraying PNS Bug Off to loosen them up. Now I'm covering the entire vehicle in thick foam. You can see how this thick foam coats the paint, and it's going to pull down all the loose dirt. I'm going to give this part of the video a little bit of a sped up process here as I walk by, and you're going to see just how that foam starts to really pull down and work its way down the vehicle and work its magic on the paint. With it being such a windy day, I'm rinsing off the foam so that it doesn't get a chance to dry. Next, I'll give the entire vehicle a hand washing using my microfiber mitts. I'll focus much of my time on the front grille of the vehicle, to make sure I remove all of those bug guts. While washing the vehicle, the paint felt a little rough, so I'm decontaminating it with some iron remover. You can see from this close-up the purple tint to the paint as the iron remover melts away that decontamination. I let the remover sit for a few minutes before giving the vehicle its third rinse of the day. I did clay bar the vehicle after the iron remover, but I didn't record that step. And here I am now drying the panels of the vehicle to make sure this white paint just shines. And I don't forget the door jambs either. I'm trying out some new Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions graphene tire acrylic. The product states to spray it on and spread out with a brush and let it sit 2 to 3 minutes and then wipe down. This product it's the first time I'd used it, a little different to work with. I know I hit it with some overspray here, but I've got it sprayed on. I'm working it in with my detail brush. I'll let it sit here the recommended 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'll wipe down any excess and make sure I get the rims wiped down as well. And as I get the excess wiped off these tires with a microfiber towel, the black sure does have a nice deep shine to it from this tire polish. The last step is to clean the glass and give it that finished look. And before I forget, that paddle that was in the back of that truck bed in the beginning of the vehicle is called a cattle paddle. It makes a rattling sound when you shake it and use it to guide cows. The old practice of using cattle prods to deliver an electric shock is no longer acceptable, so these paddles are used to guide the cows by rattling it on either side of them to steer them in the other direction. The white paint and the chrome on this vehicle just shine. Those deep black tires really accent the white paint very well. In my next video, I'll be doing the interior cleaning of this vehicle. And let's just say the outside was bad, but the inside was way worse. If you don't want to miss that video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit like on this video. It definitely helps the algorithm. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And until then, keep it clean.